that. I don't care. All I care about is my relatives. Let me drive this home. All I care about is a nigga disrespecting my relative, nigga. That's all I care about, boy. That's all I care about.
Woo! Woo! Shit!
Where all my scamming ass fellas at? Spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going that Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at? Stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going that Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga. Oh.
See my man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch.
On the total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist! Racist!
And they
no, it's something to take care of you, because I've been in long-term relationships where I was taking care of a man, and the man, you build a man up just for him to really tear you down.
What?
Like, I don't really care what a man could bring to the table. Like, but don't be broke thinking you about to come use me for my Amazon money.
Girl, what the f***?
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know what, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. What is for credits? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show? Yeah. All right, go. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
And we about to do it live. Shout out to all of y'all. Happy Tuesday. Hey there, besties. Let me know if you can hear it. Fingers crossed. Let me know if you can hear that while I turn the music on. Shout out to CDT Beats. Let me know that you can hear it. Child, yeah, shout out to child, what's his name? Child, I forget his name. I'm old, y'all. What is his name? Oh, you can hear it. Yay, fun. Is it too loud? Let me know. I've been working on this all day. I mean, I really worked today, but then I was working on this today too. So I've lost all my presets. So that means that all the the Charlie Brown, I gotta redo all those things. So I don't have those. So I just have the stock stuff. So I wanted to make sure that you all could hear. So I'm excited about that. So we're halfway there. Yay! Thank you all for being here. I see you. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Y'all already know. We got to talk about the new interview that Tatum came out with. And you know that the pros are mad, of course, because God forbid that somebody who isn't black tries to defend themselves, right? You know that's not allowed. Tadisha, you hear, girl? We need code references today, all right? Because in the code somewhere it says that only black people are allowed to defend themselves. White people are not allowed to defend themselves. Shout out to Courtney Clenny, right? I knew they would start comparing that case to Nolan's case, even though one has nothing to do with the other. Because I listened to a real lawyer talk about it. Shout out to AV, all right? And just FYI, even though Courtney got a deal, the family is aware. Let me just put it that way. She took a plea bargain. I think we're going to talk about that on Monday on Jeff's show. But she took a plea bargain, and the family is aware. Okay, so they kind of agreed to it. You know, Carmelo did not take a plea deal. He was offered one. Shout out to Ms. AB. He was offered one, but he chose not to take it. So they don't want to take those things into consideration. It's just, oh, she white and she got away with it. But remember when it happened, you know, who runs the community? You know, I got to get that up here. Who runs the community? Black women. And they said that they didn't care about Obamseli because he's a tether. They don't care. It's not our problem. What you want from the grocery store? Do y'all remember when that first happened? We don't care. We don't care. Now, all of a sudden, when it's convenient and you want to put that in with your narrative with regard to Nolan here, now, look what they did. Look what they do. White people this and white people that. And then Carmelo. How could Carmelo get 35 years and she only gets 6? She took a plea and the family agreed. That's it. That's all. Because they're working on a, what is it called? A settlement, I guess? Whatever it is, that they're going to get some money, allegedly, right? But this is what is about to happen, though. That heifer about to get out, and she gonna go back to being a whore on the OF, and she gonna make more money than she did before. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Unless OF doesn't allow her to come up. Other than that, she gonna be making more money than before. So everybody really gonna be mad then. Not I. I don't give a damn. I ain't worrying about nobody else's pockets but mine. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what's going on with that. We'll talk about that later, or we'll talk about that on Jeff's show. I'm watching everybody talk their shit. Shout out to the pro blacks. Anyway, so I got a couple of things, and I actually got a co-host today, y'all, if you can believe it, y'all. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you at.
There's no fucking way you introduce people like that to your show with that deep breath, like you inundated or some shit.
What? I'm a busy woman. What are you talking about? I am a busy woman.
I got a co-host. Oh my god.
Get that microphone together.
So stressful.
Your microphone might be worse than mine the other day.
Son, that's crazy what's going on right now.
You got Rotito?
No.
Oh, it sounds like I heard a bird.
Hell no.
Or maybe that's a woman. So same difference. Anyway.
They both birds. Gang.
Anyway, what's going on with you?
You know the shit, chilling. Back in America.
Yeah, I know we was just talking about tethers. Don't be offended.
Oh, about the rolling shit?
Well, him. The Courtney Clenny, the one that deleted the dude down in Florida. You heard?
Oh, yeah. I'm tracking it.
Yeah,
I'm tracking it. I'm not offended by that tether talk. I just know that people don't know what it means, and they're using it frivolously. You feel me?
I agree. No, I know you know. But at the end of the day, they're using it conveniently, because when it really first happened, they was like, we don't care. We don't care. Now they're using it in order to compare. Yeah. So that's hypocrisy that I'll be talking about. But shout out to Trinidad in the building. That's FDNHT. If somebody could drop the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe he'll finally start doing some work. We shall see. That was a good free pot on Saturday. Though. It did good.
Oh shit.
But I got a few goofball things before we get started.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be rough. But
I believe it. That topic is rough by itself, though. So.
It is. So since y'all always want to say that it's carnival, and I be telling y'all it's not always carnival, but seemingly it seems to be the same people though. So we have a issue in the casino. Trust me, I know. Over here, on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. I don't know what happened. It just says that things got heated during a verbal altercation at the casino bar on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. Uncle Rick, are you here? Do you know about this?
Back up! Fuck in my personal Facebook! Back up! What happened? Back up! What happened? What's up? What you wanna do? You in my Facebook, bitch! Back up! Fuck in my personal Facebook! Back up! What happened? Back up! What happened? What's up? What you wanna do?
Oh my God! What the fuck? What is going on? That's crazy. Who was on this ship? Bueller. Shout out to Reaper. I appreciate you. What happened to Burrito? Hit the like button.
Relax.
Are you too busy working?
No, I gave him to my daughter's friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's in good hands.
Yeah. Don't be just coming for Carnival Cruise. But look, it's the same people. I'm just saying. You're against your own people. Stop doing this shit. Why does she act like she out on the show? Why is she hitting that woman? Why is she touching that woman? Did you see this?
Nah. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. She hit that woman because she's like she's in her space. Look at all them people back there. Loud, obnoxious, huge, and hitting someone. She should be suspended. Like when you do this type of stuff, you could be banned for life.
Yeah, you should be.
For real. So I'm showing it, one, because it's Royal Caribbean. Two, it's a cruise ship, but it's not just Carnival. It's not just Carnival like people always say. Anyway, not Hattie McGamble's. Goodbye. Anyway, moving on, child, to this heifer right here. Do y'all know this person? Jules LeBron. Jules, have you heard of this person? This is a content creator of some sort. It says, very demure creator Jules LeBron admits her teeth are severely destroyed due to addiction. She's now asking supporters to help with dental treatments.
That's meth.
It's meth?
Yeah, meth cook your teeth.
Oh. Well, child, if you don't go get the work.
Yeah, meth destroys the enamel on your teeth and all that.
Well, she wasn't do good at influencing her. She was using the money for that. All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, let me play it.
Teeth are falling out of my head, and I need your help. Listen, I'm very uncomfortable making this video because this is a video I thought I'd never have to make. About maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, I had a deal with a dentist, and
this is a man.
Yes. Okay. Cool. All right.
This is a man. Hold on a second. It says Jules LeBron, the TikToker behind the very demure trend, is asking her supporters for help. According to the creator, her previous battle with addiction led to her teeth being severely destroyed. Jules says she has spent $6,000 already after deal with a dentist to repair her teeth fell through. Now she's asking her community for help. Her community who? The ABCDs? Boo, you gotta turn the radio down or whatever you got on over there.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of right above my head too.
Yeah, this is a whole ass man, child.
He was going to completely take out all my teeth and give me a brand new set of teeth because through addiction, my teeth are severely destroyed. And the deal ended up falling through. And for the past maybe 2 months, you guys know I've been on my own dental health journey. I've gotten, a few cavities filled. I had a root canal. And every time I go to the dentist, it's made clear to me, I'm fighting an uphill battle. Like, it's being made clear to me that no matter how much I do here, I'm going to eventually have to take out all my teeth. And I've already spent $6,000 on this. My teeth are falling out of my head and I need you. So I don't know what else to do. I don't want to ask my community for help, but I feel like I have no other choice at this point. I would love to go get a regular job. Girl, don't get me wrong, but even then, I don't think that that's going to help my situation.
It will, because you get insurance and then you can get dental insurance. What are we talking about right now? Y'all, don't be comparing this to Nell Carter. This is a whole man. This is all a game. This is like a game now, y'all. Sydney Star. Then I'm working on a video with Saucy Santana and his dumb ass and Funky Dineva. No, they playing too many games around here. Reaper, I appreciate you said that's a man. Oops, who said that? I wasn't sure at first. Charles, thank you so much. Shut this issue down already. Listen, I'm not long for it either. Kofa, thank you, boo. He said, I thought DRUGS made you skinny. Right? What is up with that? That's a great point. Oh my God. Dalo, thank you for the jewels, boo. I appreciate you, child.
Not in a dismissive kind of way. Like, I'm streaming every day and it's becoming very successful. I've gained a good amount of followers over just a matter of weeks. But I know that it's gonna be a few months until that's stable. And I wanted to fix my teeth on my own, but I can't go on like this. Like, every day it hurts. It hurts to drink water. It hurts to drink water, girl. Like, I have a hole on each side of the upper side of my teeth, and it hurts. All my teeth are moving, and they hurt all the time. And I'm just tired of being in pain. And I hate that I have to come to the internet and ask for help because everyone's struggling, but I don't know what else. So I don't know what to do. And I feel like such a loser for crying and being like, donate to my GoFundMe. Like, girl, I got sober. I did everything I had to do. I'm trying to be a full-time influencer still, and clearly I don't think it's working out in the best manner, but everyone always says reach out when you need help. I need help. I really need help. And not for something facetious or something that, isn't impacting my health directly. Like, I've wanted to come out here and be like, guys, help me get boobs, and guys, help me get my face, but like, I can live like this. I need to eat. Like, well, I'm the worst. I'm sorry. But like, like, it hurts. It hurts to drink things.
This is disgusting. Funny.
That motherfucker said, I can live like this.
Get a job. Why does no one want to work? Nobody wants to work.
God have mercy on my soul.
This is the world now. And liberals, progressives, and Democrats think that this is acceptable and it's okay.
I wanted to get my face and my boobs, but I can live like this. Say less.
It's crazy. Kofa, thank you. He said, well, we know he ain't on no 80s DOPE.
Word up.
What is going on? This is weird. And why is it, again, so you see this picture over here in the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that looks like a woman, but damn, that person look different than this person over here on the right-hand side.
The reason why her teeth falling out is called that bass in her damn voice. Got them shits rattling.
But do you see, like, she ain't got no eyebrows, and the chin is chinning. The lips look different. The nose looks different. These people really do look different with makeup on.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Do y'all see that? That's crazy. Like, they don't even care about Beg Talk no more. This could have. Oh yeah, this is a TikTok. They're not allowed to do that though. Well, I guess it depends on who you are. Anyway.
Right.
So I don't know who this person is, but F her, him, them. Speaking of money, I thought I'd give y'all an update on where the GoFundMe stands since we're about to get into it. I don't know how much you're aware of this, but this started out at $750,000. Then they had the funeral / pep rally, and after it was over, it went up to $850,000. Excuse me. And then over the weekend, whenever it was, y'all, it went up to $950,000. So they have basically surpassed both goals, and then they keep raising it. So the question is, what is this money for? You have any idea?
Dog, we got to be honest about certain things, right? And we could dissect things down and point at things individually, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much bread do you really need, dog?
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
For real.
You all, like I said, are worth more dead than alive. And not even just for insurance purposes, right?
This is amazing.
If it's something like something to do with a white person and foul play, or the police and foul play, y'all done made it. Now, you might not be here, but y'all done made it. And then they keep raising it is the thing.
Right.
They made over $1 million, of course, but they'll probably raise it again to a whole $1 million.
But if let's say it's to help the family out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You say, well, the funeral gonna be $100K, right? You get the $100K, everything's set away, everything's set, right?
Hold on, funeral was paid for by a celebrity, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, like let's say you want to help the family out and make sure that if the funeral is squared, the reception, nice tombstone, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell $100K, a nice setup, a tomb, whatever. That's good. That's good. That means you're sitting on another what, 850?
Yeah.
To do what? You see what I'm saying? Like, you helped them out with the funeral, good, right? That's like a major expense. Let's be real. Especially if you're doing upscale, you want to do something fancy, right? Something nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's more bread. Got it. But what's the other bread for then? So the family can retire?
They're definitely probably done working, for real.
That's retirement money.
Yeah, they're probably definitely done working. That's a given, because people were coming to her, giving her bad reviews because she's a nurse practitioner.
Right.
So, That's probably one of the reasons that they did this. Now they had this anonymous thing against her, and all of a sudden, Ben Crump, 24 hours, it went away. And I'm just like, so nobody thinks that that's weird? No, nobody think that that's weird. I think it's a little weird.
That's the only thing that comes to mind. Only thing that comes to mind is retirement.
For sure. But let me go ahead and thank Reaper. I think he's over on your channel being a member for 7 months. The CI mission is over. They've accomplished their goals. Is that what you're saying?
What else? What else could it be, yo? Be honest.
Listen, this is crazy. Shout out to Reaper for gifting 10 full drinking and half thinking memberships. Shout out to you, boo.
4-star general.
If you caught a membership over there, make sure you thank that the Reaper. And now he's come over here to give 20 to the besties. Thank you so much, boo. Appreciate you. Over here, if you catch a membership, please make sure you thank that the Reaper. Shout out to all the members on both channels. We see you, appreciate you. Everybody hit the like button. Subscribe if you are normal. We're going to go and listen to Ruin Leon first before I go into Tatum's interview. All right?
Yo, how hard could I step on Tatum?
Watch your language. That's all.
Oh, you lame.
That's it. We try to stay monetized over here. All right. Child, where did it go? Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking development.
All right. Let me catch y'all, Leonard. Leonard, thank you for the silver star, boo. I see you. I appreciate you. All right, let's hear what he says. His title is Activists Are Giving Up on Nolan Wells Because of Racial Fan Fiction. Now, I feel like I felt like it's been like less and less and less talk. It's the same old regular smegulars, right? But for everybody, when I looked at the timeline at one point, y'all, it was everything was Nolan. And it's like less and less and less and less. So I do feel like he's right about this. But let me hear what he has to say.
In the Nolan Wells case, you'll be shocked to know it's gotten stupider. As I predicted, I know, yes, I am the omnipotent, clairvoyant individual who's figured it all out. But yes, I can confirm it's gotten stupider. Because if you remember the last video where we sat and had to listen to a woman going around recording a bunch of buildings with cameras on it, saying, isn't that suspicious? And her being cheered on for that basic level of recording, because that apparently is investigative journalism, she's gone back to record more buildings, including McDonald's, with a bunch of cameras on them.
We are Crocs on the ground again today. Crusty Betsy Crocs. We are going to look at some of this footage right here at the good old.
The pro-blacks will take white people as long as they're going with their message. Even though blacks are supposed to be boycotting white people, if you didn't hear that, Trinidad, blacks are supposed to be boycotting white people.
Again?
Yeah. Well, maybe I told you, but yes, they're supposed to be boycotting white people because you can't be safe around white people, in case you didn't know. All right?
Got it.
So it's interesting though, how when Nancy Grace gets on the case, yeah, Nancy, yes, sis, go sis, okay? When a girl like this goes down to Mississippi and she probably lived there, yeah, sis, go sis. Let somebody say they don't agree. Oh, you MAGA, you conservative, you're a racist, or something like that. It just depends on which white person. So we have Tadisha here to tell us where that is in the code, the black code. So she's our stenographer for the book of the code and where these things lie.
She got a whole job now. I ain't mad at it.
Shout out to my girl.
TDB.
McDonald's that was possibly stopped at. Check out all these cameras. Look, there's cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Now, camera. Look, there's even a camera over there. There's cameras everywhere. Every fucking where. Look at all these businesses. All these businesses have cameras. Look at all this shit. Ain't this something? Did y'all check all these businesses, Jackson County? I'm just curious. Like, all these businesses have cameras.
Fort Bayou Bait Shop. There's a camera. That's a flock camera on Washington right there by the Fort Bayou Bridge.
And after seeing that, you might be someone who could give her a little bit of a chance and say, well, Leon, maybe there's something on those cameras. And my challenge to you and to that woman and anyone else who claps like a seal with basic shit is, what are you expecting to see? Are you expecting to see Nolan Wells' dead body in the back seat of a boat while they order Big Macs? Are you expecting them to be playing in the Play Palace or in the Happy Place while Nolan Wells' dead body rots in the back of the boat? What are you expecting to see other than cars driving by? Maybe they're driving by on a boat at an exact time, nothing that could really move this conversation forward other than maybe you seeing them jump him at McDonald's while he sips on a kid's menu. And that's that layer of stupid that exists once you don't get enough information from sources that are credible. When you leave it up to the investigators on social media, you get nothing but stupid shit. And the amount of people who believe in it are the same fools who get mad when you say that don't make any fucking sense, and you watch them all foam at the mouth because no one's believing their random fan fiction.
Hey guys, I'm just here to debunk a photo that was going around. It was in the Cajun Navy report. This is the photo that is zoomed in, basically saying that that could have been Nolan. So in the Cajun Navy report, they have this photo on there saying that the newly supplied photograph is represented as having been taken at 4:50 Central on 4th of July, 19 minutes after the boat left. However, if you...
Hold on a second. So Tony says, this is why we need all you immigrants to go back to where you from. All you Caribbeans, Africans, and Haitians. If it wasn't for FBA, you wouldn't even be here. Well, help me understand, child. Why are y'all fighting to keep the illegals here then, Bueller? Help me understand, since y'all so against people who are born in other countries, why y'all fighting to have the illegals here, Bueller? It sounds kind of ass backwards stupid to me. So make that make sense. Until you make that make sense, you can shut the fuck up. Reaper, I appreciate you. Trinidad, I don't want to hear. It's my channel, okay? Reaper, I appreciate you. I know you. Thank you, boo. Texas is firing officers for using flock. What the hell is flock?
I told you about this, the camera thing.
What's that mean?
There's a camera surveillance system that's been out. Has it been out? I talked about this last year.
Oh, all right. Locked and loaded up in here. Thank you for the poop. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Come on, chat.
Hold on. That comment from that guy was in the chat.
So I have vertical and I have regular. So he's in the vertical chat.
I don't see what the comment has to do with the story though.
It has nothing. He's just there's going to be trolls here. That's why you have to calm down. There's always going to be trolls here.
I like trolls.
I know you do. So the pro-blacks will be here. So that must be one blaming it on everybody else, right? It's their fault. It's everybody else's fault. And
got it.
Yeah, now he's saying FBA don't fight for immigrants. That's absolutely. What is Jasmine Crockett? What are the Democrats? Can you talk with some sense? Can you live in reality?
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Like,
that's a good one.
I'm just saying, they're the Democrats. Like I said, it's Democrat. This is all political. These niggas don't realize that this shit is all political. They don't give one damn about Nolan Wells. Not one. It's to scare blacks, to make sure that they stop voting for Republicans and they come back home and they vote for Democrats, all of them. Socialists, Democrats, progressives, and liberals. That's what this is all about. This ain't even about Nolan no more. And these people following this shit don't even realize it. That's why ignorant like that person can say that shit. And it's like, but you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Because if you are FBA, your FBA motherfuckers are certainly fighting to make sure that ICE don't take nobody out here. Explain that shit.
Line, it says Nolan possibly is in this photo, but not confirmed. That is not Nolan. It is confirmed. This woman right here is confirming that this is not Nolan. She says, this is not Nolan. This is my son with his friend. We're from Olive Branch and we're visiting family over the 4th. So I still have yet to see any confirmed photo of Nolan Wells on Horn Island after 4:31 p.m. when the boat left.
But the nature of the beast with stories like this, as it pertains to Nolan Wells, is that as soon as you go enough time without anything credible coming up and you're not getting a real update that could move the conversation in any real direction, you kind of lose a little bit of interest. You kind of lose that itch to keep yourself updated about the story. Because I'm sorry, I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't give a fuck about Nolan Wells' mom's custody battle in regards to other children. That don't mean shit into what happened to Nolan Wells. I'm sorry if somebody else tickled that urge for you to be interested in that, but around here, I couldn't give a fuck. And so with that comes people trying really hard to get individuals to stay hooked on the story. And they're trying any way possible to get people to stay hooked.
They are going to prison for the rest of their lives. For what? Federal hate crime. Because what you did to Wells.
Child, that's LaKeisha Keisha, y'all. She looking different. Listen, if they really do have a list of names, I have a feeling she might be on it. A list of names of people that they're going to sue, if you weren't aware. There's a lot of people out here just lying. Just saying shit that's not even true.
Of course.
Because they got to have the top story. You know who's the top? That's misinformation. Willie D, caricature, and Frigidaire.
I'm not surprised, yeah.
Yeah, the Anton hate sector had to change to something because there was nothing left on the Anton hate train. So they turned over to Nolan Wells. It was a gift horse for them. So now they just saying anything. They got like 1,500 people, 2,000 people in the chat to listen to lies. I hope they got a whole list of all of them.
You see how you measure people internal character and how their brain works, kind of how their heart functions, right? On the level of let's say decency, right? Comprehension, right? Being a good steward of the planet, right? You can tell by the shit that they motherfucking say, because that's the shit that contemplates, it comes out of their mouth because it's in their brain. So when you hear pussy ass shit, lying ass shit, then you just know what type of motherfucker you're dealing with, straight up. You dig it?
For those that can discern that, of course.
But you asking for discernment, you asking for a tall order.
You mean the actual truth with actual documented real evidence from someone that's not on TikTok? What?
Yeah.
TikTok is gonna ruin everything. That's wild. TikTok is gonna ruin everything.
Is a hate crime. They want to get out of it. Come on over. I'm on YouTube. You got a few more minutes. We are live.
Which then goes back to the original point of people just making up shit and ended up being wrong because they want others to believe their random fan fiction. Oh, by the way, because I need to bring it up every time I bring up this woman who's going around recording buildings, this is the same dumb fuck who thinks that if a black person lies face down in the sand, they're Nolan Wells. And she was wrong about that. And she has not fixed her boobs to say, oops, my bad, I was wrong about that. So why in the fuck would I trust her with any type of investigative journalism? But as I said, people are starting to lose interest, and they're losing interest for different ways and reasons. And I think the two funny ones are the people who are losing interest because they feel like Ben Crump is fucking up.
Did Ben Crump possibly set up Nolan Wells' parents to not get the level of transparency that they could have potentially received initially by sharing the complete details of the autopsy? I got this question because if you notice, we're not getting the results of the state of Mississippi's medical examiner autopsy after Ben Crump decided to share all the details of the independent autopsy. Now, I don't think he's wrong in sharing those details because I do think it was important to understand that whatever we initially got wasn't telling us much of anything, and the preliminary findings excluded the fact that there was additional testing being done to certain organs. That implies that something may be wrong. And I think the reason that the state of Mississippi is withholding information is because Ben Crump's independent autopsy presentation of that press release was a way to increase and entice the continual speculation that has existed around this case. I feel like the presence of public opinion is what has kept this case alive. And I do think that this will require the state of Mississippi to own up to some of it. But I do also feel like lots of other people that they will skip past it and probably never give us the truth. It's too many outliers. It's too many moving parts as it relates to different people that are involved in this particular experience. And beyond that, the biggest thing that I have an issue with, I guess, is how, I'm gonna put it to you this way. You can be very straightforward and forthcoming, but you have to do it strategically, because if you don't do it strategically enough, then you just become a loudmouth that's going to scream everything at the drop of a dime. Now, I did see something where apparently the state of Mississippi is not under the law that autopsies are considered public. However, there is some caveat to where if Nolan's parents don't want the autopsy to be revealed, then they have the autonomy to determine whether it's public or not, but that's after it's shared. But in this case, because it goes to the grand jury inquest, it then presents an additional layer. Now, there's a lot of reasons why the grand jury inquest could be a good thing or a bad thing. I've seen a lot of the suggestions around the fact that if it goes to grand jury, there's a better chance that this could potentially be criminal. If the investigation extends past this grand jury inquest, then that means that they're looking to find someone. I understand that the grand jury inquest is literally trying to determine whether a crime took place and then who to pursue. I think the problem is that there's so much information that we do have access to, and nobody is clearing it up on the state of Mississippi side. And I understand that I guess they don't have to prove nothing to us, but I do think that they need to clarify the facts from opinions. They also need to clear up all the areas of speculation, because
no, they don't. I'm telling you, these people think they are owed so much. It's wild. They got to do this. They got to do that. They ain't got to do nothing but follow the damn law. That's it.
At the end of the day, this is a depiction of how many will perceive the way that the state of Mississippi handles African-American unaliving.
And what's funny about that is
that shit not new. This shouldn't be the first one. That shit not new in Mississippi.
Right.
I mean, this might be the most loud one, the most microphoned recently. But if I'm not mistaken, that medical examiner pronounced a hanging as a self-deletion.
Well, there's another hanging, if you didn't hear.
A recent one?
Yeah, last week.
The girl?
Yep.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's suspicious as well. But yeah, they've been saying that about that woman as well.
Right, exactly. So it's easy enough to bring her up on specific charges, put her on the spectrum, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And smoke her boots out for sure. But to align with and tell the state what the state has to do, I think the state been around a long time before y'all been around. So I'm pretty sure the state got their shit sold up pretty much.
Exactly. But they swear they demand answers, and it's like, y'all sound crazy. Y'all don't even live in the state talking about we demand answers. Everybody all over the place demanding answers. No, let me not get into that right now.
Trey Reed's name into the conversation of Nolan Wells and a bunch of other people who have wound up dead in Mississippi, conveniently ignoring that Trey Reed's family, as of me recording this a week ago, had an article come out saying that, Ben Crump left them high and dry. So to all of you people that think just because Ben Crump shows up on the scene, justice will prevail, yeah, you still need to answer for that and to apologize to Trey Reed. But also, there are the people who are giving up on this because Nolan Wells' mom and dad aren't running around screaming racism.
So I want to talk about something, and
don't put the S word, put self-deletion, y'all, okay? Put self-deletion. I see you, Kato.
Basically had to politely step away from the Nolan case. I had to step away because I realized when his mom and his dad said that they don't see color, when the Asian community didn't and hasn't spoken out against what's happened to Nolan Wells, the
Asian community, and she says as a Black woman, y'all don't miss that, okay?
And I realized that his parents moved him to an all-white neighborhood in order to be away from Black people because they thought that he would be in a better situation. When I realized that there has been no thanking of the Black community for not only their allyship, but they're pushing this forward of Nolan's case, it made me realize that these type of Black people are the type of Black people that surround themselves with white people regardless of what's going on. And there's quite literally nothing that you can say to those type of people. And I need to let the white people who are investigating, rallying, and doing all those things, I need to let them be at the forefront of this Nolan Wells investigation case and talking point, especially on social media. Because at the end of the day, that is who he surrounded himself with. That is who his parents still surround themselves with. Not only as friends, but literally where they live at is a predominantly white area. So what I am saying is now, as a small creator who was covering it, who did lots of research on the facts and was literally giving a lot of my energy to it, I will no longer post anything else on my page about Nolan's case. I will repost other creators of all types and let you guys know what's going on, but you will not be seeing anything else from me as a Black American woman, because I am now noticing that my efforts and other efforts, even of other Black creators that have done way more than I could have possibly done. The Black engineer who cleared up the audio, the Black other bigger creators who have done big ass long videos on Nolan's case, breaking shit down, adding proof and stuff. Fuck that. Because his parents are no longer looked at as allies, I will no longer be helping. I hope he finds justice. I won't be surprised if he does not.
Now, I get that with Ben Crump next to them, it's going to create that conversation anyway. But when you pay attention to these people and how they want parents to grieve and get justice, they want a fucking spectacle. They want these parents to run around and look at every white person in Mississippi and say that they killed their son because he's Black and they're white. And Mississippi is white country and you shouldn't be around white country. They want this great show of racial division because they got nothing better to do or talk about in their life. Remember, for Nolan Wells' funeral, one of these dumb broads wanted the parents, the family, to open the casket so that they could see Nolan Wells' body for no reason other than to confirm a BS story that was made up by two random women about how Nolan Wells' face was burned. These people genuinely do not care about Nolan.
Yo, they just making up wild shit. It don't even make any sense. They already said there was nothing wrong with his body when they pulled him out. Now they just want to change shit. I could not. This is crazy. I don't know if this is new to you because I don't know how much you've been invested in it. But we've been following it basically since it started, just FYI.
That's over a month.
Yeah, since 4th of July.
Over a month. Y'all been locked in. I've been tapped in a little bit. I've been here and there with it.
But that was when I was in Mississippi. I was in Mississippi on the 4th of July when this happened. And so like 2 days later, this started, and I've been talking about it ever since. But that's why I was telling people, I'm like, it was hot, it was humid, it was sticky. It's not weird. Like, they're like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, Black people don't even swim for the most part. How the hell they know what it's like to go on an island? I'm not talking about the Caribbean. I'm talking about like an island with nothing on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Outer Banks and shit like that. Like what? Like land barges, sand barges. Yeah.
Don't do that exactly. That's just not something that they do. Well, let me not say they. That's not typically something that Black people do. But for those of us that have done that, we have a clue. We know about the water. They talking about riptides and currents and all that type of stuff, which is how Malcolm Jamal Warner died. They not trying to hear it. They just like, oh, he was a great swimmer. Anybody can be a great swimmer. The water don't care.
The water don't care, boy.
The water does not care.
Motherfuckers think nature's a bitch. Nature ain't no punk. For real.
Water, fire, and smoke. What you gonna do? Nothing. You better be able to get the hell out. That's all I can say. That's it. Those will take you out in a heartbeat.
Better get right with God.
I don't even know which one is worse, honestly. It might be water. It might be water. Smoke is a bitch, though. Smoke is a bitch.
In Wells, they care about a spectacle, and I will continue beating it into people's heads that these people don't care. They want to be viewed as someone who you can look at as credible and to seek out the real information, when all they're doing is demanding parents grieve in the way that could get them more clicks and views, and that is disgusting and disturbing. A young man is dead, and the circumstances around it, a lot of people are interested in figuring out what happened. They want to know if there's foul play. They want to know if maybe he got drunk and drowned underwater. They want to know what happened to him. And the problem with those people who genuinely want to know, they're being thrown in 50 different directions by a bunch of dumbasses, uncredible, non-verifiable individuals who swear to God that if they record themselves talking like they have a news journalist voice, that somehow makes them an investigator. They think if they sit up until 3 o'clock in the morning on TikTok Live, they will somehow uncover the truth. Some of these fools have convinced themselves that if they just keep throwing shit out there, eventually the Mississippi government is going to be pressured into releasing all of this information. Cartoonish bibble babble. They're currently running around with no verification of anything, just blatantly saying criminal charges are coming, everybody. Criminal charges are coming. They're on the way. Yeah, they're on the way. And you know what? Who knows if they are? But the fact that random live streamer is saying that and not showing any verification, not giving us any detail of a source, lets me know that you're just saying it, hoping that it comes true. Because if it does, you can pat yourself on the back and say, see, everybody, I was right. But if you're wrong and nothing comes out from it, everybody gonna look at you and say, hey, dumbass, weren't you the one that said criminal charges are coming?
Yeah, and there's plenty of people, and those are the people that I hope get sued. Shout out to RBN. He said, is that the absentee tether?
Yes, me, boy. What up?
Shout out to RBN Artifacts. I appreciate you. Jam and Jules. Thank you so much. You got that going over there on your channel? You got the jewels, or you don't know yet?
No.
Yeah, somebody just said that their YouTube rules have changed. They changing. They are changing. If you didn't see that yet,
they changed before I left.
I was gonna say, but that's a whole nother conversation. So
for sure.
Anyway, let me go ahead and go over to this Tatum interview. All right. So shout out to Ruin Leon though. It's so this is going to be an in part. This is going to be an in part thing too. So he releases it in parts and people have a fit. Everybody can't stand Tatum, but they certainly are using his videos for all the hate that they got for the man. But I digress. So it says Nolan Wells' best friends dropped massive update in Nolan Wells' investigation and exclusive interview. So the big deal about this is that they hired a lawyer. Now the blacks are upset because they hired a lawyer. And the blacks are upset because it's a lawyer that was a lawyer for Trump at one point. And God knows that means that they're MAGA. Like, I don't even understand how they get here. So what has been Trump then, if that's the case?
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
Does that make a difference?
God knows. Only God knows.
All right, let me play this.
Before this happened, I would assume you're living a regular life. Young guys being in college,
I know damn well that they ain't all in the pool together.
Before this happened, I would assume you're living a regular life.
I know damn well they ain't all in the pool together. Where they do this at?
Why are you gay?
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I love it. I love it. I love it. You're so crazy. Gemini, thank you so much for the silver star. See, I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are normal. Oh, come on, y'all. So y'all never got together and took a picture together? Seriously? Are you serious, Trent?
About what?
About gay.
Why are you gay? Ain't nobody hate. No, even with the bros, we're not hugging up. No, we're not no skin on skin contact. No.
They're
No.
kids. Oh my
You
god.
you stay on that side, I'll be on this side.
But do you see that Nolan is giving the finger, because, I don't know if anybody else noticed that. He's giving the finger because, rest in peace to Nolan Wells, but, people want to act like he's some innocent around here. And I'm not saying that he's a criminal or anything like that. But there's whole ass pictures showing that young man was drinking, and people just seem to want to ignore that part. They all were drinking. However, allegedly, as long as you have adults, you are allowed to drink. Allegedly. So, all right, I see they agreeing with you for the most part. I don't know, y'all.
No, I'm not touching skin on skin. Hell no.
On the right side of this boy to his right, that is the middle finger. So the odds are that the other one is his middle finger too. Look, Lauren said they're best buds. Yeah, that's what it is. They're just best buds, y'all.
Yeah, okay.
Stop it. Philly boy up in here. Thank you so much for the poop. Appreciate you, hon.
Young guys being in college, having a typical experience.
Is there a problem with this picture too?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
White people, ain't this what y'all do? Y'all get together. It's not a difference.
Yeah, it is.
They're white.
You just made a whole declaration about black people not knowing about to hang out on sand barges and checking for when the low tide and the high tide and rip currents and all that. All right?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
So you just say you know this? Okay. For white people?
Yeah, that's normal for white people.
You don't think white people do this? Is not their norm?
No, that is their norm.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say because this is what they do, so it's not weird. So he's hanging with them. The girl just said she given up because the parents moved them around white people. Now they don't know that they moved them around white people. This is just where they were. It doesn't mean that they left a black place to go. Does this make sense what I'm saying? They're making it seem like these people left a black place to go stay in a white place. Does that make sense?
I know. When she was talking about it, I was like, most times people just leave the hood and go to better neighborhoods just to have better, school systems, better societal advantages, right?
I agree with you, but all of us did not grow up in the hood. That's the point. But
no, of course not.
But the way that these pro-blacks are saying you just left the community, y'all don't know where these people started out. They're Asian. They could have been living in Chinatown in Mississippi for all y'all know. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I never lived in the ghetto, but I also, if someone could say that, you don't know. This could be their norm. I believe they've been in Mississippi enough of their life anyway. So this could be just normal. But the ignorance always want to make it seem like, oh, you move around them white people. Well, when you have a certain economic status, you don't hang around poor people. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but people with money don't tend to want to hang out with people that don't have money. You know who did that? What is his name in California, child? Nipsey Hussle.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, yeah.
Nipsey Hussle did that. You see where that got him? Just ignore all that. RB and I appreciate you. He said these white boys were grooming him over a lot. Goodbye, sir.
That's wild.
Anyway.
That is wild.
I think ever since it happened.
Did you see that? Oh, I can't even get this video started. Did you see that?
I was being in college,
Hold on.
having a typical experience, then you lose your friend.
Oh, it goes so fast. Did you see it?
No.
It's like they dressed up like Barney Rubble.
Assume you're living a regular life.
Hold on, let me slow it down.
The Flintstones?
Yes, the Flintstones, yeah.
Young guys being in college, having a typical experience, then you lose your
Yeah, they definitely white.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Woo! I could not. This is too much. Which one you want up here? The one you just brought up?
Yeah, the Barney Rubble one.
No. You added yourself again.
Oh, no. Don't add that one. My bad. Okay. That's a mistake.
Okay.
Friend.
I think ever since it happened, my life just hit like a hole. Even going out, we're always paranoid somebody's gonna see us, get spotted, try to beat us up potentially, or even worse.
You just met these young men more recently. And are you confident that these young men had nothing to do with it? We have Ed Pausick, Warren, Jax, and then we have Morgan here. And so I talked to Warren last time I was here. We had a really deep conversation, and I'm glad that we were able to get other perspectives. Now that we have Ed here, Ed is a defamation attorney. And I want to start with you, Ed. You know, why did you choose to work with the boys? What's your plans? What do you expect to get out of working with them? What's your expectations when it comes to defamation?
Well, I think an injustice in one place is an injustice everywhere. I hate lying. I care about the truth, but most of all, it's the actual people who are involved here. So first of all, I just want to say Tyler Cox really welcomed me here. My co-counsel, he's an incredible human being and he's an incredible attorney. And then after that, I had an opportunity to meet these incredible young men. And I just got to say, these guys are unbelievable. Warren, Jackson, Morgan, they're just beautiful people.
Child, why does this hat say call Cox though, sir? I guess
why are you gay?
I guess that will get some attention. I'm like, wait a minute, call Cox, sir. I guess that'll get some attention though.
Yeah, definitely gonna get attention. He gonna get the right. He gonna get what he's looking for.
You gonna get something right.
Really decent human beings. They're just great people, and that's why I'm here, because I want to help great people. And this is a very sad situation, but it's also a very human situation, and it's a tragedy.
So you guys have, obviously before this happened, I would assume you're living a regular life. Young guys being in college, having a typical experience. Then you lose your friend, Nolan, and after that, what has life been like for you guys?
I think like ever since it happened, my life just like hit like a hole. Like it just stopped. And I mean, we just got to live day by day from now on. I could say definitely a whole flip upside down for our lives. It's like even going out, we're always paranoid somebody's gonna see us, get spotted, try to beat us up potentially, or even worse. We're really just trying to stay low key and not go out as much or anything like that.
It's been hard because my friends and our people. I mean, we like to be out and hang out outside of our friend group, and not being able to like go certain places or, walk around in public because our head's always on a swivel. It's really affected all of us. I mean, especially in like my family's standpoint, my safety comes first. My friends and family safety come first too. And it's been really hard because I'm worried about like my family as well with me. And it's hard, but we're just going day by day and just trying to get through every day, Can
you give me some examples of what has happened? Have you guys had things happen online, threats online? Have you guys have any examples of people accosting you or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we have had countless death threats online. Been spotted. I'll let you elaborate more on that.
Spotted. I mean, people have obviously just pointed us out. I mean, as a group and even on a one-on-one setting, I think it's really just like awkward because I don't want to talk about this, and I know my friends don't want to talk about this any more than we need to. We're still mourning one of our best friends' death, and it's hard to speak about it when like sometimes we just need some alone time, or sometimes we just need to lay back and not be around all this. And I mean, I've been called out in public, and I haven't been in public that much. I know my friends have had encounters in public. The threats have been insane from my stepmom, my dad, my mom, just everyone, included like even my brothers, my sisters, and it's just hard. I mean, it's unbelievable where like this has been taken to and the level where this is at.
When you say you've been called out in public, can you give me an example of like what do you mean? People are threatening you with weapons. People are not allowing you, denying you service. Because I heard that Trayston, he went to a corner store and they told him his money's not good there. They wouldn't even let him buy Gatorade.
Yeah.
Are you experiencing things like that or something totally different?
Right. I wouldn't say like that. I think I haven't been denied, anything, but like Trayston, it's hard to hear from a good friend of mine that he's getting denied a Gatorade and a Red Bull before work and having to, like, he calls me, he's like, dude, you won't believe what just happened. He got called out at Walmart. Someone called him out at Walmart and was like asking him all these questions and trying to press him about it. And it's crazy to me. Like, we live in a very tight knit community, and for people to, push back and say these things when they know what Ocean Springs is like, it's really hard. And I mean, I haven't had many personal encounters, but I know being around the guys and stuff like that, they have. So
what you got?
He kind of like put a bullet in it for me because this is Mississippi, a tight community. So where's all this pushback coming from? Like, you understand what I'm saying? I don't see it. I don't see how it could exist if this is white Mississippi.
You don't see how what could exist?
The denial of Gatorade and the death threats and all this. Well, the death threats is online. They could come from anywhere. But you
just saw that girl running around talking about there's a camera here, there's a camera there.
Right. I don't see it. That's just me though.
Yeah.
I just can't fathom in my mind of small town country money, Mississippi, right? Old money, Mississippi. And them having, they have status. Clearly, they have status in the neighborhood, right? I don't see how people in the neighborhood to be turning up their nose at them and they feel like somebody gonna just walk up on them and beat them up. I don't see it. That's just my opinion. I don't see it.
Okay.
And Ed, as an attorney that's representing these boys, I mean, what does that make you feel like? You know, do you feel like you got a good case here, or you know, what's your perspective in that? Because you know, people are online, and obviously they know who you are. Obviously, they know you represent
You just put out their first and last names, even though I guess people know
Donald Trump in some pretty high-profile cases. And so now that you've joined, or at least now you work for the young men here, you hear them say things like they've been accosted, they've been, you know, threatened online. Does that make your case a greater case, or how do you work within what's happening to these young men?
Well, unfortunately, I wish there was no case. I wish this hadn't happened. But unfortunately, because these things did happen, there is a case, and now there's multiple cases. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're out there and you lied about these guys, you lied about my guys, you lied about Tyler's guys here, if you lied about Morgan, if you lied about Jax, if you lied about Warren, we're going to get you. And you're going to be hauled into court. You're going to be held accountable. And it's going to be very painful. And what I would say to the people who have done that is, now's your chance. If you want to apologize and retract before you find yourself in court, you should probably do that now.
I don't think they should be able to apologize and retract. And even if they started, because I've seen people say you better pull these videos down. It doesn't matter. Everybody has reviewed everybody's video. So it's all over. You can't get rid of it. It's on the internet. But we have heard people directly say that these boys actually did insert the word to Nolan. Like straight up, like they was there and they knew. And they think that that's okay and they can do it. What do you think?
There's a lot of mystery still left in this case. There's a lot of mystery. So all I could do is speak from my perspective of me being in Mississippi or me knowing how the country of America works, right? The countryside, meaning Louisiana, Mississippi, Bama, Florida, that area. That's all I could kind of conjure up in my mind. And like Buddy brought up, it's a lot of woo-woo in the story, right? Which is fine. It happens to every story that hits the major spectrum, pretty much. There's more to be told. I know that for sure. I think them boys know exactly what happened. I think this case is to be taken a lot more seriously and a lot more eyeballs need to be put on this case. That's what I think.
Oh, go ahead.
And that's why I've stood on it for the last 2 weeks, pretty much. Because we're not really getting substantial hits on data. If you understand what I mean. Like he was here 1 minute, he went for a swim, current snatched him, he gone. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear
it's not laid linear. And now they want a defamation suit. Defamation is hard as fuck to prove in court.
But just hear me out for a second.
Yeah.
Let the case be the case, because we only know what we know and what we don't, we don't know. I'm over here talking about social media.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people based off of even what you just said that are saying that this is what happened. Those boys this, those boys that.
Right.
Forget what might be and what might not be. How is it that they think that it's okay to do that? And then to make phone calls threatening, to leave voicemails threatening. Because if these things are being done online, I don't understand how you don't think it can't be done in person, regardless of it being Mississippi. Everybody is not on the side. It's like sides have been chosen, whichever the side somebody seems to be on. But there's a divide, which is one of the reasons that they're saying like Ben Crump is an issue. Okay? So if you have people, particularly pro-blacks, who are saying this is what happened and they did it, you can't do that. That's what's leading to them having death threats and everything like that. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I can see that. I'm not, and that's what I'm saying. I'm leaving it in the gray area. And that's what I'm standing on it. At the end of the day, our youth is dead.
Yes, and it's so far away from that at this point, in my opinion, because of various reasons. But the reason that the lawyer is here is because of people saying lies on the internet like they know what
Right.
happened.
Exactly.
Pushing
Thank
that
you.
narrative, which is
Thank
putting them in danger. And even with all the racists that are here right now on both sides, they're not trying to hear that because they're so allegedly engulfed in getting justice for Nolan that they don't even realize that there's people lying to you. If I don't know, which is what they're saying, how the hell do they know? If you're saying that I don't know, now you do. But if they're sitting up here saying you don't know anything, I'm not saying that they did it. I'm not saying that anybody
Right.
did it.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
thought, but I didn't really say it. But you can't be sitting up here yelling fire in a crowded movie theater. And just because you said allegedly, you can't do it. So they're doing that, right? Not to mention what Ben Crump does, because Ben Crump does the same thing every single time. It's nothing new there, right? It's race baiting. It's what it is. So if he does that to help this stuff along, right? Get everybody all riled up. He doesn't give out the information that he does know. He doesn't correct the information because he's been caught. I don't know if it's a lie or I don't know if it's an error or I don't know if I think he's just stupid. But he's put out some shit that he's never corrected. And he's playing on people's emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's helping that shit along too, using Medgar Evers, who has nothing to do with this, using Emmett Till, who has nothing to do with this, and they just keep saying these I don't know if it's dog whistles, political things that just get black people all riled up in their emotions, and we know black people are emotional to begin with. Then you say, you know, those boys, and then people getting all more riled up, and then they start doing crazy shit. And then there's content creators, not only on YouTube, I'm sure, but just blatantly come out saying, oh, such and such did that and red rummed him and we know it because you can't do that. Maybe I'm wrong.
So, you allowed to say what you want to say, G, but know that when them words leave your mouth, you might have to wear that. You feel me?
Be ready for the consequences.
So, right. That's why I stand here and I say, I do not know. I'm okay with saying I don't know. I can say, well, I'm speculating this. This doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't align with natural thought or sense. That I can stand here proud and say that fucking shit.
Yes.
But I won't say is the dude in the white hat, right? That hit him with a hatchet. And when they talking absolutes, like they absolutely know shit and they don't be knowing shit. And that shit is driven by fucking emo shit. Just like you brought in bringing up Emmett Till, then they want to bring up all these things that happen, right? Cool, got you. All them shits is trigger topics.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't understand how white people can't understand that. Everybody knows every fucking thing, but can't manage their own fucking life on a day-to-day. Get a fuck it, bro.
Exactly. So when the blacks come here and start talking about I support the white people, they've never heard me say what my thought is on what the hell happened. Nothing. I'm just like, this is what this one said, this is what this one said, and this what makes sense. And he was drinking. You're mad. The pictures are there that the dude is drinking. He's also Filipino. They mad. It's a fact. The mother is Filipino. They mad. It's a fact. The things that are facts they don't like. We're the Asians to help out since they're both partially Filipino. Nowhere. Black people always jumping out on a cliff, always end up on their face. You know that's what the Charlie Brown meme is there for.
Right.
Want to listen? Don't ever want to wait. Swear they know everything. Get in a situation. They're going to say it's racism. So now it's a problem that after all that, with them getting their threats and everything, regardless of how you feel about it, everything. They can get a lawyer to help them out. So should they just sit there and wait for some foolishness to happen? Or should they take action for people that are pushing this narrative on the internet to say that they know that them or whoever it is, them or their friends, whoever, actually did something when they don't know?
There was a joke. I forgot what comedian or what show it came off of. But the phrase was, you need to white people that thing.
Never heard it.
And it pretty much was saying, you can't fight this fight and we have black people like to fight their fights being loud and rowdy and shit shake at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
They say you got to lawyer up, put your shit in documents, and step to this shit properly. Why? Because that's the only way you really get results. All this protesting, all this yelling, all this flag, all these signs you want to fucking sign and take your time with your glitter and your glue and pussy shit.
Don't do anything, but keep doing this shit over and over and over again.
Right. Right. But when you see people start to put pen to paper,
yes,
and start calling people in the courtrooms and all that other shit, results happen after that.
Correct. And that's something that they just are not trying to understand. Like, this is what people should be doing instead of just out here just saying shit. Not I'm talking about the lawyers, just out here saying shit. Oh, y'all got all that faith in Ben Crump and Al Sharpton? Y'all got that? Because ain't nothing changed with none of them. And especially with some of the other people that are also talking about Ben lately. Tamir Rice's mom and Trey Reed, I think his name is.
Trey Reed. Yeah.
Well, how he isn't that helpful. It's like, who doesn't see this shit? But I guess if you need some attention to something, you bring on Crump. Marquez, thank you for the hide and jewels, boo. I appreciate you 2 times. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are normal.
That's why white people ain't worried about black people. That's why Chinese people ain't worried about black people. Arabs ain't worried about fucking black people. No race is worried about black people. You know why? Because for some fucking reason, yelling and screaming and picketing and wearing signs have done something of some irrelevance, even though we know historically has done absolutely fucking zero until somebody went to the fucking the building, put pen on paper, put some shit in legislation, put some shit to put to the court, put some shit that people have to see, put some shit in big hands where big hands actually have to make calls like the Supreme Courts. Nothing on shake. But you could get outside or wild out, burn some shit down, act like assholes, and think something's going. What is going? Please tell me what's going to happen. A bunch of people are going to end up in a jail. More people in the precinct.
This is what's going to happen.
This day. That's it.
That's it. That's what always happens. And the same people doing the same shit and nothing changes. We just heard Roland say Democrats don't do shit for black people. They still cutting for that nigga. We just saw Ricky Smiley saying that he's scared of white people. They still listening to that nigga. Larry Reed came out here and said black people need to leave and go to Africa. The Africans said don't bring your asses here. They still listen to that nigga. Keep doing the same thing. That's called insanity. Anyway,
it's called raging stupidity.
And that too.
Do that. Once you're in court, now you can't leave. You won't be able to get out of it. And we're not going to name names because there's some other folks who are doing that, and we want to be better than that. And I want to emphasize this, right? We're not here to guess. We're not here to speculate. We're only going to deal in facts, right? Here's the most important thing, right? We don't know how Nolan Wells died. No one here is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do with Nolan Wells' death.
Well, ain't no way.
And unfortunately,
ain't no way. Ain't no way. Go back.
We're only going to deal in facts, right? And here's the most important thing, right? We don't know how Nolan Wells died. No one here is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do with Nolan Wells' death. And that's what's important. And unfortunately, because there are people who want to divide a town and come in from the outside and tell people what to think and pit neighbor against neighbor, it compounds the tragedy. It magnifies the tragedy. And I just want to say this. Here's why it's an even bigger tragedy. Because my friends here, Morgan, Jax, and Warren, these guys are not just the finest that Ocean Springs has to offer, the finest that Mississippi has to offer. These are the finest young men that America has to offer. They're, really great people. And Tyler actually taught me good Ocean Springs people.
What?
Oh, God. Here we go. He about to lawyer up. He about to talk like a lawyer. I don't want to hear that shit. Sorry. I don't hear that shit, bro.
He's the lawyer.
He said they don't know. He's saying what we're saying is that we don't know how he died.
That's what it sounded like he said. What did you hear?
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, what's the problem?
So he's saying that these 3 guys don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
That's fine, but that goes along with what you said earlier. We can all speculate that, right?
Right, exactly.
But he knows, so he's right in what he's saying. If we want to be technical, he's right with what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's wrong in what he's saying. It just sounds weird coming from him to me.
sounds appropriate coming from him because he's the lawyer, as opposed to when the one in the pink did an interview on his own where allegedly there was a lawyer on side.
Yeah.
They should only be doing this in front of lawyers, honestly, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because you keep talking, that shit could come back to bite you in your ass.
Correct.
So I think they finally did it right in this way.
Getting a lawyer, yeah, I agree.
And he's the one basically, he's the one basically doing the talking too when it's talking about this. You don't see him talking. He's talking about, we don't know what happened.
I think getting a lawyer is a smart thing. I'm not against them having a lawyer at all.
Correct. I agree. Exactly.
Okay.
I agree.
That was one of the first things I heard when I got here. So I'll just say that they're good Ocean Springs people.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you're enjoying this incredible interview. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and also join our membership program recently. And are you confident that these young men had nothing to do with it?
Confidence not a strong enough word. In fact, beyond a reasonable doubt is not strong enough. There's a 0% chance that they did anything wrong. So this is not 90%. It's not 99%. It's not 99.9999. There's no decimals. There's no anything. It's 100%. 100.000%. Nothing. They did nothing wrong. And that's the problem for our opponents here, who have ruined their lives, dragged them through the mud, and attacked them. You don't get to lie. We have a First Amendment. We love our First Amendment. But you don't get to lie and hurt people. You want to lie and it doesn't hurt people? Fine. You lie and you hurt people. That's why we have defamation. And that's what this is about. So I just want to emphasize this in the strongest possible terms. Zero wrongdoing. Completely innocent. Totally innocent. And categorically innocent.
So now y'all want to act like this is not what lawyers do. Y'all are so disingenuous. So so with Courtney Clenny, which we was talking about earlier, do y'all think that her lawyer came out here and said, "Child, yeah, she did that shit and that shit."
Right.
Like y'all act like you got some sense in your head, okay?
He do what he get paid to do. For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because y'all don't know what it means to have a lawyer because you can't afford one. This is how it works. This is what OJ paid his lawyers for, to be out there to speak for him and to say it in a way that ain't gonna get your ass in trouble.
Right, exactly.
You're running off at the mouth. No lawyer present. No, that's the time you need to say, I need a lawyer and shut the fuck up. Y'all be out there running off at the mouth, putting your own shit, putting your own lives in trouble.
Right.
He's supposed to be talking. This is
I see you got a couple of people over there that don't understand. Because you understand something don't mean that you agree with it. I think some people think because you understand something that means you agree with it.
Right.
Like those things have to be paired and bonded together at the hip. No, they don't have to be. I could completely understand something and still not agree with it.
Exactly.
But I guess you got some followers in here that just got a little twitch.
Yes, lots of trolls and ignorance.
A little twitch in their brain. But they're allowed to live their best life. They're not stopping me. I'm not stopping them.
The mods know what to do if they get out of pocket. Michael.
I'm a mod too.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Michael.
Go on, Brad.
Thumbs up. I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys have had experiences with either people threatening you online. I know that, Warren, we talked about this before, and we talked a little, or at least spoke a little bit about when you go out, you guys are getting accosted by people. Can you give us an example of, or at least tell the audience an example of an incident where you guys may have been accosted, or what does that look like when you go out? People threaten you with weapons, or people trying to physically harm you, or people having to be restrained? What kind of engagement is happening when you guys go out?
We went to a restaurant, a couple of buddies of mine, and when we were, I wouldn't say threatening with weapons or anything, but I felt, and I know my friends felt, threat for our lives. I mean, I don't think there was like a fear factor, but at the same time, like it's awkward in public, like I stated, like when we have to talk about these things. But we went to a restaurant and someone came up to me and was like, "Is this you?" And I was kind of like shaking up about it. Well, at first she asked like my name and like all these questions, and I was like, okay, whatever, she's coming up to talk. Well, then she came up to me again and showed me our first interview and was like, "Are you sure this isn't you?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's me, like obviously." And she kind of just, I looked at my buddy and I was like, "Yeah, we're leaving, like close everything out, like we're going." And I left, and there was an altercation after I left with some of my buddies that weren't involved in this at all. And they told my friends that they were gonna kill them and they wanted to fight and all this like crazy stuff. I mean, I wasn't there, but my friends told me this, that what the people were saying to them was like totally just crazy. Like, I mean, there was people like that were, outside of this telling us like, "Hey, you need to leave before something happens because I know what could go down right now. And like, I know that these people are crazy." So, I mean, we all felt, we were kind of shaken up about that. It was weird because it was our first encounter as a group. And I think it's also like just crazy that people will like look at you in the eye and tell you they'll kill you because they believe you killed your best friend and you have nothing to do with it.
And Morgan and Jackson, were you guys there?
Yes, we were there. I didn't hear the part where they said they were going to kill him and stuff, but I did hear whenever she came up to him originally, she was like, "Hey, you have like TikTok or anything like that? Your face looks really familiar." And he was like, "No, I don't have TikTok or anything like that." She was like, "Oh, okay." and then walked off and then came back with, like you said, the first interview on her phone and showing him. She was like, so this isn't you. Either you have a doppelganger or this is you. And he was like, well, yeah, that's me. And then we got the check and we bounced and we were waiting outside.
Child, I wish a motherfucker would. I would look at them like the wall and keep walking. Don't ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. Get out my face. Willie, thank you for the silver star. I appreciate you. James, thank you for the silver star. I appreciate you. Willie, thank you for another silver star. I appreciate you. What you think? What you got? Something? You got anything?
No, not really. That's what I had to say. Like, we don't know, right? We just talking out of, I guess, our life experiences. Nobody know. Do I believe they know? Yes. That's my belief. Is it true? Nobody knows. I don't know. But I don't think if they the bestie of the besties, right? And they went there together, right? I don't see how they don't know what happened in a sense, right? Because from what I gathered, he was on their boat with them.
Yeah.
Right? So
together, yes, on a couple of boats, actually, a couple of boats.
Yeah, but he was specifically on their boat with them.
I think so. I don't know who these people are. I really don't know who these people are. Just the white boys. That's all I know.
The ones that call themselves best friends. That crew right there. That's a crew of best friends. If I'm not mistaken, cool. But if I got it wrong, huh?
They all came on several boats. That's the thing. This group of friends, like what you're seeing with the side by sides, they all came on a couple of boats. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Particular white boys were on that boat. I don't know. They all look alike. White people don't come for me. They all look the same to me. The only reason I know the one is because he did the first interview. The only reason I know his face is because he did the first interview. That's all.
Yeah. For what I'm tracking, he was with the besties on that boat. They went out there, they partied, whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
And from what I gathered, they came back to the main shore without Buddy.
Correct.
So that's already foul to me in the first place. Like we go out together, we coming back together. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way it makes sense, because we kind of like, if you my mans, I'm kind of tracking you and looking out for you the whole time.
But Trinidad, he also said, allegedly, this is what they're saying, and Katie, them and Katie are where I have the question at, because they said that he wanted to stay for Katie because he was all hugged up on her, and then Katie said, no, he didn't stay with me. So that right there is an issue, but obviously no one can answer that question. But when we found out that he said Nolan wanted to stay because of a girl, you of all people, sir, so you still gonna go with your boys and give up ass? That's what you're trying to tell us that you would do? And I'm asking you directly.
Yeah, if I could bag it today, I could bag it tomorrow.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, so the question was, what I presented was, as men, if you had the opportunity to be with a girl or go with your friends, just to go back with your friends, are you going to go for the girl? Is that weird?
No, it's not weird. No.
Yeah, most of them said it's not weird. They going for ass, right? So that's what concern was, and that was his concern, because people have said they've seen them canoodling, whatever you want to call it, at some points during the day. Okay, so that doesn't sound weird as a male at the age of 19.
Right.
Okay. So then Katie was introduced, which I wasn't aware of, and she's saying that he didn't stay with her, but that's just allegedly what she said. So who knows? So that's concerning right there. But nobody knows for sure. But where am I at? Noodles, I think I got your happy poop. Thank you, hon. Willie, thank you for the silver star. Does that say tether? Tether. Okay. Thank you for the jewels. Locked and loaded. Thank you for the jewels. Shout out to y'all for all the jewels. I see you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. If he's a young man, yeah, I can see him hunting down some ass for sure.
There's some things that people are trying to act like are weird that are happening. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to college, right? Many people here have been to college. Even when we were in high school as seniors and even juniors, did we go out on the weekends? Yes. Did we drink? I didn't, but people did. Did people smoke? They did. Did people have sex? Of course they did. So we're going to think that when you go to college and you on your own and you by yourself, that you're not doing the same thing. Like all of a sudden when you finally live on your own, that comes back, like you don't do it no more? Is that what happens? So is it weird to think that young men on the 4th of July were drinking, that young men on the 4th of July were looking at girls, trying to pick up girls and be with girls at 18 and 19 years old? Now everybody trying to say that that's weird. I call bullshit. I call bullshit.
Who said that's weird?
A lot of people are saying it. Like
that's wild.
Oh, okay. Because y'all went. That's why I'm like, can you think back for a second, gentlemen, to when you were 18 and 19 years old? So you, especially if you went to college, so you trying to tell me that you didn't go out and drink or do something, whatever it is, and that you weren't trying to get no damn girls? Miss me with that bullshit. Or guys, if you gay, child, I don't care. But please don't be like, oh, I gotta go be with my boys when I got an opportunity to get some ass. Please.
Right.
But no, people want to be ignorant and act like they were never young and can't think that far back. Like that's weird. Like it's weird. Like it's normal. It's 4th of July weekend.
Right. One of the wildest weekends ever.
No, seriously.
No, it's definitely one of the wildest weekends ever, because that's why the police got on the damn checkpoints. Because they know people about to be out here wilding.
Probably that and not 4th of July, New Year's Eve. But people want to act crazy, like no, because it's Nolan and he's black. It's like, oh no, that's not true. So a black man ain't trying to fuck. Child, Noodles, thank you so much, boo. He said Noodles does not know how to send stars, jewels, or poop, Mrs. Messy. Don't put that on me. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Did I name the wrong person? My bad. Who is it? Hold on. Now I gotta go back. Oh, Locked and Loaded. I'm sorry, boo. Locked and Loaded. Tethers. Willie. Locked and Loaded. Willie. James. All right. My apologies if I got it wrong. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate you. Because I can say I'm sorry unlike other people and say I've made a mistake. Unlike other people. Shout out to the trolls. All views matter.
I call them infallibles.
Exactly.
Never wrong. Know everything.
Exactly. They listen, but these are people listening to caricature Willie D. They're gonna take Willie D's word over everything.
That boy's slow.
Over freaking Dennis Sperling, a lawyer.
No, Willie D's slow. I really do think he's slow.
He is slow. It's not.
I think he's slow.
You can listen to him. Even when I put him on higher speed, he just sounds normal. That's
he's slow. Yeah, he's slow for sure.
That aren't even on social media that we were just there with was getting told that there were other people going to kill them and all that kind of stuff.
So how did that make you guys feel? Did you think they were serious? Did you think it was just people trying to make a name for themselves by confronting you in front of others? Like, what was your take on that, Morgan?
I think it was just like I was in the general area of where one of our buddies was, where this altercation happened, and I actually got into a conversation with a fellow next to me that wasn't even involved, and he told me straight up, he was like, if I was y'all right now, I would leave before y'all get hurt. Don't need to leave right now. I'm just watching out for y'all and making sure y'all are safe. And I wouldn't say that those people would have physically done something in that moment, but I think they were playing almost like a mental game, like just to get into your head and just almost like make yourself like just think these things that obviously are not true.
If you can go back to the very beginning of this, how do you think this should have played out? Because I always question in my mind that when I go back, I look at what happened, I look at the initial stories with Nolan, and you guys knew him, right? I didn't know him. I know none of you guys. I just had a chance to meet you guys more recently. But how do you think this should have gone? If you could control the environment, Nolan is found deceased. How do you guys think that this should have been put out to the world?
So first off, I wish that none of this would ever happen. I wish Nolan could still be here with us today. And I wish that, like I said, none of this would ever happen. Like I wish that all this could be erased and Nolan could be here tomorrow. That's more than anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and another guy.
This is amazing.
That's where it first started to take off. And then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there, pushing this narrative, kind of, I guess. I wish that would have never happened either. And I don't think if those would have never happened, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have been as viral or gone all over the country at this point. This is a countrywide news story that is just blown out of proportion. And the fact that it was our best friend and it's not what people are saying it is what hurts the most. That was our brother. Straight up. That's what I told his dad the night that he came over to my house. He was like, blah, blah, saying something. I was like, dude, that was my brother. Like, and you know that. He knows that. We were picking him up every single day. He never drove. I can't tell you how many times I pulled up in his driveway and picked him up. And it wasn't him asking. It was just because that's what we did. We just picked up Nolan all the time. That's how we, came about all the stuff that we were going to. We'd go and pick him up. That's how much we like to be around him. We would do stuff like that all the time,
What do you think?
I'm telling you, they prescribed to the story that they were besties, and I'm prescribing to this also. If y'all was that tight, then why would you leave him for real? That's my opinion. Now, when you bring in the college thing aspect, cool. He about to go get some buns, cool, whatever. He got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why wasn't his phone with him then?
Because
did he leave the phone on the boat and they took the boat, and then that's how he didn't have his phone on his keys? Sure, shit happens.
Do you know why the phone is on the boat?
I think that, go ahead, why?
Because there's no docking here. You just pull up in a boat. So they wading in shitty water, in my opinion. They just wading in water. That's what they do. So
yeah, it's a sand barge, right?
Basically, yeah. So where are you gonna put the phone at? They keep it on the boats. They all keep their phones on the boats. That's what they said. And their keys, because if you drop it, you're done. Where are you gonna you're gonna be asked out? That doesn't seem weird to me.
No. That's what I'm saying. The reason why the phone he could not have had the phone if he was chasing girls. The phone could have been on the boat, and that's how they ended up with the phone.
Correct.
That's the only way it makes sense to me, and that's something that's highly plausible. It's not that far-fetched, to be honest.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. That's what they said. The pictures and the things that they have are all from people on boats. The pictures, the videos, all from people on boats. I don't know why people don't notice that. They're not in the sand taking pictures of them building sand castles, okay? They're all pictures from boats.
Yeah, let me address this real quick. Miss Katina and Miss Vaughn, whatever your names is in there, and Ebony, I ain't the one. I'm telling you, I ain't the one. Be chill. I'm gonna be chill. I say what I say. You don't have to try to decipher none of that I'm saying. So all this thinking for me and all the other shit, calm that shit down. Carry on.
All right, regulars. We got enough trolls. Let's show some respect to the guests. Please.
No. They could. I'm telling you, that's their fair warning. That was it. They've been running their mouth the whole time, but that's their fair warning. Leave me alone.
I'm backing you up, okay?
No, I'm with you.
For the regulars, then just show some respect to the guests. You don't have to agree, but for the trolls, they're gonna troll, and it don't matter. And the mods got them. All right. But as far as that explanation is concerned, I don't know why people are acting crazy. This is just the life that it is, and they can't see that. Like I was saying, that all the videos and stuff are taken from boats.
Right.
Pictures on the sand, in the sand, or on the beach, or whatever you want to call it. Nobody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Well, first off, like I wish we would have never, like I think about this every day. Like I wish we would have never went out on the 4th of July, because I know this wouldn't have happened. Nolan wouldn't be gone, and like it's really hard to think about, because it's like I wish I would have done this different, or I wish I would have done that different, because now one of my brothers passed away. But I think from the beginning, I'm glad that I called the Coast Guard, and I'm glad that we came together as a group, even from the first day when people started.
Oh yeah, there's a point too. He's the one that was concerned with where Nolan was, and he had to alert the mom. So the mom wasn't concerned where Nolan was. Nobody seems to be asking that question. You know what I mean? So
about what the mom concern was?
Right. So with people that say what you said, how you gonna leave your buddy out there, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's grown. Everybody's grown.
For sure. I agree.
So if he didn't come home by a certain time, nobody is realizing, like, I think it's Warren is the one that called his mom to say, "Where's Nolan? We haven't seen him. Have you heard from him?" So it's weird that he does that, but it's not weird that she wasn't worried about her son. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Because people are, they have their own opinions, but they're not looking at it from from a fair perspective.
Right.
It's like the mom can do no wrong, regardless of the $950,000 GoFundMe now and being on the internet and all that type of stuff. But everything that these boys do is wrong with no proof. They get a lawyer, it's wrong. They try to defend themselves. It's wrong. She
Yo.
can use the internet and say whatever she wants, which she can, and that's wonderful. She can do no wrong. That's
Yo,
all.
it's so much questions that's out there by just itself alone. That people sit here and talk with this certainty and have these certain things that they already aligned with. It's like, cool. I guess you know. I guess she was there too. Then fair enough. the only person really and truly that said something that I could kind of tap into, but a lot of people's talking some good shit. But it's Sunshine. Sunshine says she knows that area. So all right, cool. She has hands-on experience. You feel me? So she can kind of describe the neighborhood. She kind of describe the culture, the town, right? The boat life out there. She has hands-on experience. She's been there. You smell me?
You mean D? You've been to Horn Island? Is that what you're saying?
She said that earlier.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. The chat is going a little fast for me.
Yeah, she said that earlier, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So you have hands-on experience. You know, you kind of know the vibe out there for real. You got like a real first-hand experience of it. Everybody else is just yapping their mouth, dog, acting like they know shit for certain. What do we know for certain? Unless she was there.
Well, Tatum went out to the island to show it, which is how, knowing that there's no dock, because for people that don't go on boats or be around water, which is a lot of people, I've been to the vineyard many times in my life, so I know how it works, right? But to go there, you can see that there's no pull-up for the boat. There's no dock.
So what is it, a drop-off?
No, you have to wade. The boat has to wade, and you have to get into the water to go to the island.
No, I'm saying to get the boat in the water. What is it, a boat drop? You just need to take your truck and back the boat up?
I'm talking about at Horn Island. There's
at
no
the island. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Wade, much like on a cruise ship, when you have to tether in, no shade, when you have to tether in, because there's no dock. So you got to take a boat in order to get in. What they do is they just stop and then they just get in the water and they stay there. Or they swim to the island, which is why they don't have their phones. They leave them on the boat. Yes. So if we didn't see that from that view, this is just saying, you can only pull a boat for so far or it's going to get stuck, right?
Correct.
So it has to wade, and then you got to swim your ass on up to the island. They're not thinking about that. That's why he wouldn't have his phone. That's why the pictures are from boats. Nobody is taking their phone wading through the water. Right. You know how you can be in water and you can be on even ground, and one step and you're you going down, like the sand ends and then it's also a sudden dip.
Yeah.
If you're not in water and you don't swim in those types of waters, you wouldn't know that. But instead of listening to people who do know that, everybody just know everything.
Right.
So that's just one part that they're not trying to hear.
That's the part that kills me. This absolutism and this I know isn't sure. Enjoy. Live your best life, dog. I don't know, and I'm okay with saying I don't know. This makes sense. That don't make sense. That don't make sense to me. This makes sense. I can understand this. Do I agree with it? No. Do I agree with this? Understand this? Yes. It's just having a flat brain, pretty much. Just being able to just look at this shit and have your own opinion about it, but not saying this shit in absolutism like I know. If I don't know, I don't know.
Exactly. That's the only problem is absolutes. That's it. Willie, thank you for the poop and more poop. I appreciate you. And Tether, thank you for the silver star. The poop is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just wild.
Crazy things, but
yeah, I don't know if that's something you have to turn on.
That shit is wild, man.
Yeah, but it's pretty funny and cute.
But it's like it's a smiling poop, right?
I don't see it because I'm in StreamYard, but it should come up on one of the chats wherever they're putting it through. Yeah, and it will come up. And
I think it's smiling too. That's the creepy shit.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Been reported as some type of race thing. I think it's really bad that like people are pushing the narrative. Oh, this is a race thing. Well, obviously it's not. I mean, this is like a brother to us. I mean, Nolan's no different than anyone else in our group. And I just wish this wasn't pushed on the media as, oh, this is a bunch of white guys that killed a black guy, or this is like in the beginning it was like 4 guys went to a stranded island and dumped Nolan at the island, just left him there. Like even from the beginning, it was just like this thing, and no one had facts, and they were just pushing this horrible narrative, all lies about everyone, and it's sick. So I wish that would have been completely different. I'm glad I called the Coast Guard. I'm glad I made the first contact within all of this. I'm glad I was the first one that called Christine Wells that night and told her that we hadn't heard from her son. And I'm glad that I did all of that, but I hate the way this has been perceived by the media and portrayed. This has like been absolutely horrible with the way and the things that they've said to us and done. But other than that, I mean, there's not much I would change from my point of view and my friend's point of view. I think we did everything right. I know we did nothing wrong.
I also want to say, I think it's so criminal that they took something so anti-racist and flipped it into something super racist. Like they took, this is the definition of anti-racism. I mean, that we did not look at Nolan any different than I looked at him, or even you. You know, this is literally our brother. I mean, like we stated, we did not treat him any different. We didn't treat Trayson any different. We don't treat Trayson any different. And they just flipped it. And I just think that is so wild that they're pushing this thing that they're saying, oh, they want to end racism and all this stuff. Well, they're the one pushing it. They're pushing the racism. And I just think that's kind of crazy.
Morgan, what's your thoughts on this? How does it affect you?
First I want to say, wish this would have never happened. I wish Nolan would still be here with us today. And, but I, in my opinion, I think that the media, they shouldn't have pushed the narrative from so early. I think that they should have let the local officials do their job, let them release statements. And then, I mean, the media is obviously going to see that and then do whatever they do. But that's what I mean. I trust the local officials.
Ed, with what has transpired, you know, how does that dictate your response? Because you have a 30,000 foot view of all of this stuff, right? You see the way that it could have went, and you see that there's people that instigated the narrative that's out there now. And as a defamation attorney, how does this navigate your tactics?
Sure. And I want to be clear about something tonight. I'm not going to give any particular person any more oxygen than they may have already sucked up. But I will say this. What's been said about Morgan, Jax, and Warren, I'm not going to call them untruths or half-truths or falsehoods. I'm going to call it what it is, lies. So the first thing that's really important here is we're dealing with lies and liars. We're dealing with profiteers. We're dealing with hustlers. And one thing that I've seen since I got here is that Ocean Springs, Mississippi, is a really beautiful place. And the region is very beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful places in the country. And there is just no...
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's nice, but it ain't all of that. I'm just saying. You got anything?
No, I mean, they said they piece, right? We hearing what they're saying right now, and that's where they standing. They got their lawyer there. They lawyered up. They ready to rock. Yeah. I still think it's a lot more to be brought up about the scenario. I still think there's a lot of questions still out there. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
I still think people that deal with absolutes and the absolutism mindset, bunch of fucking assholes. So
For sure. I've heard a couple people change their tone here on YouTube since they said that they was going to hire a lawyer, but enough people are no, I've heard, yeah. Taking down the shit ain't gonna make no damn difference because I know that they've already looked and found what they needed to. People would be a day late and a dollar short and don't even realize it.
They already sniped it.
Exactly, but they know. And even if it's not the people that we know that there's more, they already know. So,
question: the death of Nolan Wells is a horrendous tragedy, but for the tragedy to then be magnified after his death for no reason other than profit is a disgrace, or what we would call a shanda. And I had the opportunity to go to Horn Island today with Tyler and Warren and Jax, and a lot of people who have been sucking up way more oxygen than they're entitled to have not been to the island. I'm willing to bet that a lot of the hustlers and profiteers and liars have not been to that island, and you have to go to that island. And being at the island today was revelatory. It was really illuminating. It's a very dynamic marine environment, first of all. But when you go to the island, you see instantly that what some people want to be true, what they wish to be true, they're trying to wish it to be true. They're trying to make it true through their lies. It's actually not possible. It is a very, very long and narrow barrier island. It's basically very low sand dunes. And in the particular part of the island that we're dealing with, there are no trees. It's hardly any foliage, hardly any tree cover, hardly any plants, and it's wide open. And on July 4th, there were thousands of people there. There is no possible way that anybody could have committed a murder in broad daylight on a barren, windswept island that is narrow and was just swamped with people that day in broad daylight. It's just not possible given the natural environment there. And that leads me to the next point, which is this. Once you know what the timeline is, when you combine the timeline with the actual dynamics of the island itself, all of the lies completely unravel because it isn't possible. And here's why. Morgan, Warren, and Jax left the island at about 4:30 p.m. That's it. They were gone. That is not open for debate. So that's a fact. They were gone. And at that time, Nolan Wells was still alive. Now, I'm not going to name them out of respect for their privacy, but just as one example, there are two very fine, upstanding members of the Ocean Springs community who saw Nolan Wells at about 10 minutes to 6 p.m. So about an hour and a half after these fine young men had left the island, they were gone, departed. Nolan Wells was alive. And these two witnesses, two very reliable, very credible, and very upstanding members of the community, they saw Nolan. And they've known Nolan for years. There's no chance that they made a mistake. And by the way, this can be corroborated through other evidence, other eyewitness accounts. And that's the end of it right there. That's before we get into everything else about the situation.
And when I look at this, I feel like there's levels of defamation and areas of defamation. And I'm not going to speak on your behalf because this is your story to tell, your story to litigate. But which areas are the most egregious that you are going to go after, or that you guys think also are areas where people have taken?
Do you think Tatum gave up some names too? Hold on. Go ahead.
You know I can't stand him, dog.
I know. That's why. Why can't you stand him? And do you think he gave up some names?
I think he gave up whatever he had. Sucker.
What did he do to you?
He's just a sucker, dog. Straight. And you know what he's about it, so he's soft as shit.
Okay. All right. That's almost over.
In this situation and clearly lied to the public. One being the phone call. What is your thoughts on that phone call to Cito? Some people have gone out and done enhancements to the audio, and in doing that, created a transcript manually.
Did you hear about that? Hold on. Shout out to She Chose, and thank you for the Jules boo, hiding Jules. Big boy say, now you know Tatum was snitching on people. I know damn well he was.
Word, exactly.
Did you hear about the new Cito call where they enhanced it? And
Yes.
Some random on TikTok.
Yes, I heard about it. I didn't hear the call or anything, but I heard there was a call, and then they heard apparently, allegedly, they could hear some words being spoken in the background that sounded like basically, is he knocked off or whatever the case is, or did you knock him off or whatever?
Yeah. A random from TikTok.
Hey.
Not the police. not a real like what is it called? I don't know what it is. A real engineer that they hired to do it. And wouldn't you think that they would go and have that done by now?
Sound engineer, yeah.
Yeah, sound engineer, thank you. And
Audio, it's like audio forensics people and all that. Yeah, all that other shit.
No one has done it. It's like, okay, that's not weird. Got it.
Yeah.
Nafisa, thank you for the jam and jewels. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that is still here. Hit the like button for me. Hit the dislike button. I don't give a fuck. Subscribe if you are normal.
It doesn't appear that the transcript was derived from an automated system or have any, in my opinion, real integrity with it. What are your thoughts first, you guys, on the audio, and then I'll get you, Ed, on how could that be a defamatory area the way it was produced? So what do you guys think about that audio?
Child, he gonna get his money's worth out of this stuff. Oh goodness.
With defamation, right? That's something very, very hard to back. I think it's 5 pillars that need to be met. I think it's 3 out of 5 pillars need to be met. And the 3 that I believe it's malicious intent, loss of wages, and what is the other one? I can't remember the other one. But he has to hit certain standards to be a defamation suit. That's why a lot of defamation suits get kicked, because they don't hit all 3 or all 5 pillars or something like that. So defamation is gonna be hard. He has to prove defamation. That's hard.
Well, I'm pretty sure he must have his thoughts on what he can or cannot do, or else he wouldn't have came all the way down here, though. But maybe he's also like Ben Crump and he wants the attention as well. That's a possibility, right?
Very possible.
Yeah, because Ben gonna take all the attention for sure. I'm trying to see if Part 2. Oh no, part 2 don't come out until for 30 minutes. 20 minutes. You having a show tonight?
Yeah.
What time?
Hold on. Damn, what time is it? 9 something?
It
Hold
is
on.
7:51 EST.
Let me check and see what time it is.
Hmm?
Let me make sure what time it is. I think it's 9 though.
You have it set for 9?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not too late. Yeah, 9:45. Oh, I gotta move that up. It'll be at 9. Maybe 8:30.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go 8:30.
I'll do this one tomorrow.
The part 2 one?
Yeah, part 2 is coming out tomorrow. Or no, it's coming out in 20 minutes, but I'll do it tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go at 8:30.
I can go at 8 o'clock because I think I'm done because none of this stuff really goes along with it that I have left here. So that's it.
Yeah.
What else is up?
None. Chilling.
Thank you, Reaper, for dropping the channel.
Gotta find some dinner.
If you're normal, go ahead and subscribe. I gotta do the same. I'm just gonna grab a snack. I'm going to lay down. I'm tired.
Long fucking day.
Long week already. It's only Tuesday.
Real talk.
It's only Tuesday. All right. Well, I don't know if you want to come back tomorrow to do part 2 with me or not. It's up to you. But
I'll let you know.
My again, the thought, I believe the lawyer already knows who needs to be looked at. I'll call it that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Tatum gave up names. I have no doubt that Tatum gave up names.
Telling that little boy.
I have no doubt that people sent him names. You know what I mean? So some of these YouTubers, like I said, I've seen them calm down their tone a little bit. But I ain't seen nobody apologize.
Ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. Yep. But you know how that go. You know people don't apologize. Shout out to D for the happy poop. I appreciate you, boo. But it is what it is. So until anything else comes out, there's really nothing. So I honestly have been backing away from it unless it was Tatum saying something because nobody's really saying anything. Oh no, this other dude that's talking about her past with the kids that she gave up or lost or whatever it was. But you know, Frigidaire gonna find a way. I feel like that's O'Shea Jr. That O'Shea Jackson Jr. is what he is. But to each his own.
It's a wild world out there, man.
It's something.
This is amazing.
Anyway.
They're gonna figure it out. Oh no.
Yeah. All right, boo.
Gang shit. You already know.
Yep. I appreciate you coming up.
Prosperity, one love, hold it down. Gang, I'll catch y'all later.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Trinidad. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Shout out to D. Thank you, boo. She said, I appreciate you, Trent. Thanks to all the mods. Love you, Messy. Love you back, boo. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see y'all over in Trinidad's chat. I should have asked him what he was talking about. It will not be this. I know that for a fact. I know for a fact he will not. What are you going to be talking about tonight? Because it will not be this. If it's Candace Owens, I'm going to be asleep. If it's Erica Kirk, I'm going to be asleep. I'll let the phone play, but child, I'm going to be asleep. I already know. Not Frigidaire's career is going to drown too. Oval said that it is because once this runs its course, what is he going to do? What's he going to do? Child, y'all already know about that idiot, but whatever, I digress. Shout out to all of y'all, though. Thank you so much for being here. Even the trolls, all views matter. All views matter. Shout out to all the mods. Thank you for everything that you do. Shout out to all the channel members. Shout out to Reaper Stream sponsor for 20 memberships. If you got a membership, you don't know where it came from. It definitely came from Death the Reaper. Reaper, I appreciate you. Shout out to Trend for coming up. Shout out to all the channel members. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that donated today. Thank you so much. We're back tomorrow, not in the AM. I got to go into work early. We'll be back to give Generation Z a hard time on Friday morning for show. I'll do a stream tomorrow, probably early at 3 o'clock to go over this video, and probably take off on Thursday. And then I'll see you Friday morning, and then do an early afternoon show. Busy. It's a busy week, y'all. Make sure you turn on notifications. I see you. I appreciate you. I see you all in the next one.